You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist, it's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
Oh, yeah.
Was that wrong?
What? No.
I think it's absolutely right.
What would...
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, fuck your ass over a garbage can. Yeah, that's right, you didn't know I was musically inclined, did ya? Fucking gorgeously beautiful music. You know what, Sigmund? If you can't fucking operate with the program, then fucking fuck you, bitch. You're fucking fired, Sigmund Freud action figure. That's what you get. The fucking I have spoken and such. Wanted to let you guys know that for the first time in a long time, my book, The Douchebag Bible, is back on sale. You can get an unsigned copy for $25. You can get a signed and personalized and drawn-in copy for $50. That's available down below. So here's a tweet. This is from Metro Atlanta's WSB-TV. 2 prostitutes have been murdered in the same community, and neighbors are fed up. They say the prostitution still runs rampant, and despite years of complaints, nothing's been done. Okay, so 2 prostitutes have been murdered, and neighbors are mad about the prostitution problem. Okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe the big concern is the murder problem? But I guess if you're gonna be concerned that much about the prostitute problem, the murders are doing you a fucking favor at that point. Like, they should go interview people on the streets, and, you know, the neighbors would be like, you know, I was worried about all these prostitutes, but thank God someone has taken it into their own hands to start murdering them. So, you know, at least we're thinning out the herd a little bit. You know, what are you going to do? If the police aren't going to do anything and the city's not going to do anything, eventually a vigilante comes along and, you know, it takes it into their own hands to deal with the prostitute scourge, you know? No, I don't know. I feel like maybe you should be more concerned about the dude going around murdering prostitutes than you should be concerned about the prostitutes who are just trying to give you a blowjob if you want to give them some money. Maybe that's the bigger issue. I don't know. I have a video here of a spider in a dude's ear. Wait a minute. That's the wrong spider in the dude's ear video. I actually meant to show you this one. Yeah, that's the... Oh, wait. Fuck, that ain't it either. No, I meant to show you this one. This is the one I actually intended to show you. Oh, wait, no, not that one. I actually meant to show you this one. Holy fuck, how often does this happen? Like, I feel fucking violated. Like, do your ears feel weird right now? Do you have, like, sympathy sort of like, I don't want it. I don't want this. No, 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 no. I'm sleeping with fucking earplugs from now goddamn on, because fuck that. Fuck that. Nothing could be more disturbing. Except, of course, for this other video that I found while I was looking up videos of spiders and ears. This is some ASMR spider gentle dom shit. Just watch.
Little butterfly, wakey wakey. Oh no, don't shy away from me. I'm not going to hurt you today.
Oh, man. Oh, people have jerked off to that. I mean, I don't judge, but, I mean, like, really? That's what's turning you on? Like, you look at your sex life and you're like, needs more spiders. It's like, come on, man. Did you... A little more.
You were very obedient, and you hardly even squirm anymore.
Yeah, my wife actually killed a spider in our bed earlier, and I showed her this, and she was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have killed the spider in our bed. Maybe it was just trying to bring us to new vistas of erotic pleasure with its silky smooth voice. Smooth as spider's silk. Oh, God. Maybe I should get into the ASMR thing, you know, because obviously my channel don't get the views that it used to back in my heyday, back in 2011 when I was good. And now every time I upload a video, I lose subscribers. And if I don't upload videos for a while, then my subscribers start to grow. So YouTube is pretty clearly sending me the message of, hey, if you want subscriber growth, never upload a video again, please. But I'm too stupid to read the writing on the wall there. So maybe I'll just switch it up. I'll do some ASMR. Maybe, listen. Nice. Refreshing beverage. Yes. Hey there. How's everybody doing? Having a good time? I want everybody watching this video right now to just relax. Enjoy this moment. Fuckers. You know, I got my glasses here. Last pair of glasses I ever owned. They got tape on them because they got stepped on at some point. I have them there. And, you know, I got LASIK eye surgery a while back. And I kind of regret that I did that, you know? It's weird. Because I miss glasses. I miss wearing them. I miss how I looked in them. I feel like I see better with the LASIK, but I looked better with the glasses. So, you know, kind of a catch-22. Kind of made me understand the dysphoria of trans people for the first time. Because I have a little bit of a glasses dysphoria. I still to this day feel like, where's my glasses, you know? And I miss them. I really do. But I'm not going to be one of these people that wears, you know, fake glasses they don't actually need as like a fashion accessory around. I've done it in a few videos here and there, but for the most part, you know, I just, I don't do it going around town or something because I don't need them. They're supposed to be for people who need glasses, not a fucking fashion accessory for people who just like the way glasses look. But goddamn, do I miss those fucking glasses. You know, it kind of helped me understand the dysphoria of trans people, though, you know, wanting, you know, feeling like something's a part of you, even though it's not. And that's why, you know, but I didn't used to understand trans people. You know, I used to think, like, why is gender so important to you? Because I felt like even if I had been born a chick, you know, I wouldn't be, like, I wouldn't care, you know, I wouldn't feel like I should be male, but that's probably wrong, you know. If I was a chick, I'd probably be like, man, I wish I had a dick. I mean, I'm a dude, and I still think that. I just look down at this fucking pathetic piece of garbage, and I'm like, I wish I had a dick. And yes, I'm naked under the table. You know, I don't bother wearing pants for this shit. You know, it's a bare ass down there. Bare ass, big, stinky, pendulous balls, all that shit. So I noticed a lot of people are super into Andrew Yang this election cycle. You know, he's kind of been making the rounds, been impressing people. Even some conservatives are getting on the Andrew Yang bandwagon, which is really weird to me. Because every time a liberal talks about a social program the government needs to institute, you get all the typical conservative, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. A man should feed himself by the sweat of his own brow. And then Andrew Yang comes along and is like, how about $1,000 a month for nothing? And they're like, sign me up! You know? I guess that they trust the government to give them money. That's when they start trusting the government. They trust the government to not fuck up sending them a $1,000 check every month. But I found the fatal flaw in Andrew Yang's strategy, which is all you got to do is come along and be like, hey, my candidacy is I'm going to do exactly all the same shit as Andrew Yang, but in my plan you get $1,001 a month. But I'm not going to run for president because I just feel like I'm not what America needs right now. I think America looks at this face and is like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this shit at all. Watch my videos, like, I don't think so. But I do know who should be president, and that's my dog, Salvador.
Salvador, 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 you shall be president. You shall be president of these United States. I see by the subtle wags of your tail that this pleases you. Oh, am I boring you? Am I boring you with the prospect of becoming president of our fine country, Salvador?
And I know what you're thinking, a dog can't be president. Check the Constitution, asshole. Show me anywhere in the Constitution of this country where it says that a dog cannot be president. It only has two stipulations. Born in America, which Salvador was, and 35 years of age, which in dog years Salvador is. Now that might be challenged in court. You know, do dog years count? Blah, 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 blah. I think they do, and that's why Salvador is running for president with the exact platform as Andrew Yang, except you get $1,001 a month. So be sure to vote for Salvador, Yang Gang. Also, the only other difference between Salvador's policy and Yang's policy is that Salvador favors much stricter animal cruelty laws. Because right now, it's like you murder a dog, you might go to prison for a year to 5 years or something, depending on the state. Some states, it's just a fine. I think, and then if you murder a human, you might go to jail for life. They might even execute you for murdering a human. And I think this shit needs to be reversed. I think killing a human should be max 5 years. Because everyone can understand the impulse to kill a fucking human. But if you kill an innocent dog, I mean, fuck you. Yeah, electrocute that son of a bitch. And I think there should be human hunting laws. I think a certain number of people should be allowed human hunting licenses to thin out the herd. Every time you talk to one of these hunters that goes out there and shoots deer and you're like, how do you justify going out in the woods and killing an innocent animal? And they're like, well, look, the deer population is out of control. And, us hunters keep it in line. Well, if there's ever been a species whose population is out of control, it's fucking human beings. So I say we need a human hunting license. And look, I'm not advocating this be some purely chaotic thing where you're always worried for your life and all this shit. There should be a very limited number issued, and there should be rules. I think this should be folded into the laws of society. Like, for instance, I don't think you should be allowed to kill the weak. You shouldn't be allowed to kill small children who can't defend themselves, or the elderly, or disabled people, people in wheelchairs, people in crutches, that kind of stuff. And you shouldn't be allowed to use guns. No guns. You're allowed to use melee weapons, but you're not allowed to use traps either. No traps. I'm not talking about these kind of traps. I'm talking about these kind of traps. And you shouldn't be able to trap someone. What you got to do is, when you're 10 feet away, you have to announce, I am a murderer and I'm coming to kill you. And that's their advance warning. And if they're too stupid to run at that point, then, whatever. That's fair game. Fair game. You go and you beat that motherfucker to death with your melee weapon. And, one less person in traffic. You know what I'm saying? One less person leaving their carbon footprint in America's ass, or the world's ass, I should say. So there was a Starbucks coffee cup in a recent episode of Game of Thrones, and the internet was abuzz about it, and then recently HBO digitally removed it from the episode. And I honestly think that we should petition HBO to put the coffee cup back in. because the coffee cup was about the best thing about that episode. This season of Game of Thrones has been an absolute fucking disaster. It feels so fucking rushed. Big moments that should feel huge after all this buildup are just kind of like little throwaway, like, I don't want to give away any spoilers because I know everyone's super caught up with every little development that's happened, but it just seems like Game of Thrones, towards the beginning, it was like very meticulous. It's like, bum, bum, bum. There's a rhythm to the story. Bum, 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 bum. All the events are coming into place. Characters are introduced. Important conversations happen. Political intrigue. People playing, against each other in this intricate Game of Thrones, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. But now the rhythm is like, and then this happens, blah, 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 and these people go here, and then they say they're going there, and then they're there, and then do this, and then this dies, that dies, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like someone's telling you a great story, and then, they're telling it really well, and then someone comes in and says, hey, we gotta go, Bill. It's like, let me finish the story real quick. And so anyway, long story short, blah, 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 and then this happened, da, 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 da. And that's what it feels like. It's like, why are we being given the bum's rush by Game of Thrones? What's with this 6-episode season where every episode feels like it would have been way better as like 3 much slower episodes? And don't get me wrong, towards the beginning of this show, I actually thought it moved too slow. But now it's got the opposite problem where it's moving way too fucking fast. And it just doesn't even feel like the same fucking show anymore. Kind of reminds me of the downward spiral of Dexter. So I'm pretty sure at this point, Game of Thrones is going to end with Jon Snow leaving Westeros to become a fucking lumberjack or some shit. Anyway, oh yeah, and what the fuck's with Tyrion? Why has Tyrion sucked for the last, 2 or 3 seasons? Remember when Tyrion used to be smart and the most clever guy in the room? Now he's just a fucking blithering dipshit. And, I've seen some people say, well, maybe he's just not as good at war as he is against, bureaucracy, Within a bureaucratic system, he's actually really clever, but within a battle system, he's, stupid and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he suffers from an overabundance of caution and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I just know that the character used to be fun and interesting and clever, and now he's like a fucking blithering little dolt, and I wish they'd killed him fucking 2 seasons ago. Anyway, I'm just bitching about Game of Thrones, and thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, fuck you. Go kill yourself.